But we should also say that we don't just film the videos ourselves. Sam's got a fantastic friend called Adam Stocker, who is the man with the camera.
Oh.
Yeah. He's one of the most lovely boys you could possibly meet. Yeah, he does work free. Yeah. He's asked for money, but we don't give it.
So do you remember those moves then from that video? Can you give us a whirl? Come on. Come on.
Hey Sam, why don't you do a bit of the old cowboy swagger?
The cameras aren't facing him, though.
Yeah, but you can get in the camera.
We could get the camera to them, I think. Everyone's like, no, I don't want to now.
I don't want to do it. I'll be honest.
Is it exclusively for videos only? Oh, he's like, oh, if you insist.
Well, Sam invented the cowboy swagger, so he's
He
got
did
to
invent
Here we
it.
go.
That's true.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Cowboy swagger, that is exactly what it is, yes. Woo!
That's perfect.
Wow.
That went better than I could have expected, actually.
That was something else. So who is the best dancer in the band, generally, would you say?
Maybe it is Sam. Sorry, maybe it's Luke. We've all got our own unique individual style, that's the thing.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, what signature moves do you pull out when you're normally, out? I know we've forgotten what that feels like. But when you are.
I just do I shake my shoulders. Do a shimmy shake.
Oh, shimmy. Oh, I love a good shimmy. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah, we've got names for quite a lot of the moves.
Yeah.
Kate Bush. Dan's
Kate Bush, say what?
Elvis. Kate Bush legs, sorry. Elvis done as an Elvis. Got cowboy. Yeah.
Oh, you've got loads.
Well, what about you? What's your dance floor?
I do quite like a shimmy as well, or just the classic.
Oh, wow. What's that even called?
Just class.
It's the name.
It's just cool.
Just that is how you just become a legend. Right. Now, I know you're very self-sufficient and DIY, as we've praised you for throughout this interview. But if you could collaborate with somebody on music, who would you love to work with?
Good question. Who would you like to work with, Bill?
Like a current band or anybody?
Could be anybody.
Doesn't narrow it down, does it?
What about you, Theo?
Me?
Yeah.
Mac DeMarco
DeMarco.
would be good, yeah.
I think it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'd really like to go to his house as well. So if we could do that, that'd be good. Can you making?
Oh, yeah. Basically, you just say it on the show and it happens. I don't know if you got told that before, but
Perfect. Yeah, no, that's cool.
yeah, that's how it works. It's great. Very important important question from Angie I've just seen come in. What should she eat for dinner tonight?
Is she vegetarian?
That's going to take a while.
Angie, are you
Also,
there?
What's in the house already? Is this a takeaway?
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
know.
Yeah.
Oh, I would always pick takeaway because I'm that person. Veggie. Okay, we need some good veggie dishes.
Biscuits.
For dinner, just
Biscuits and cheese
plate full of.
with some grapes on the side.
Oh, good.
The famous
That sounds
broccoli
nice, actually.
garlic pasta.
That's so simple.
Sam,
Is he a good
can
chef?
can the people on the internet hear Sam?
What?
So we don't-
Angie, I love that biscuits for tea.
What
You're
kind of
welcome,
biscuits?
Angie.
There's so many follow-up questions. Are these savoury biscuits? Are they sweet biscuits?
That's a good question from Was the Ross. What would you like to see more of in the Bristol music scene? Obviously, you're proudly from that scene. What would you like to see more of?
Our drummer just said us because he's.
Like, in what respect do you think Ross met? Was that? Do you reckon that's Ross? What do you mean, Ross?
Ross.
Probably, yeah.
I think so because it said Bill earlier on the screen.
Disregard.
Bristol, though, like, lovely place and absolutely bursting with great music.
Yeah.
Has it always been an amazingly supportive scene to be a part of?
Yes, but we've been around a while and I've forgotten most of it.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I think someone asked me this other day, like, who are you listening to in Bristol? I was like, I don't know. I haven't been out for a while. I haven't seen any gigs. But Cousin Cooler are wicked. Tongues are wicked.
Yeah.
There's some wicked. Pocket Sun, they're a great band.
We don't need to big up Idols anymore.
We
'cause
don't.
they're
Yeah.
I think they're doing all right, aren't
They're
they? Yeah.
pretty huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember when the Six Music Festival came to Bristol, and I was a producer at the time, and I was working with Steve Lamack, and we went along to see Idols,
Oh, I bet that was
and he
great.
left like, that was a really good band, and then he played them on the radio every day, and they became idols, like the popular idols.
Yeah,
that we
he
know. It
really
was mad.
championed them, didn't he?
Yeah, he
I mean,
really
they
did.
deserve it. So yeah.
I mean, it was so good being in Bristol at that time. There was just loads of
Yeah.
music and so many great artists that I came across. I really, really enjoyed it.
Mm.
So as you say, you've been a band for a while now. Am I right in thinking it's 10 years?
I don't know.
Yeah, give or take.
Something like that.
Basically, that's
Well-
incredible.
Yeah.
10 years. Can you believe that though?
Yeah.
Is that sort of sunk in that that's
Trying to
That's
think
the
about it
thing.
really. Just-
no? just keep it moving. Keep it moving. So, how did you form in the first place?
Dan and me, we were playing music for a while, and then we got Theo involved. Just because the thing is, we're all friends and we've all known each other since forever.
Oh, nice.
And then Sam got a bit. I can't. Yeah.
Did you all go to the same primary school? Maybe not Sam.
Me, Theo, and Dan went to primary school together. Then we kind of parted ways a little bit, and then got back together, and through mutual friends and all this kind of thing. And then yeah,
I think I auditioned for an early version of the band.
When Russ was in the band.
Yeah, when that guy, yeah. And I said no. I think I auditioned for guitar, and I was like, oh, I can't do this.
I didn't
No.
like Bill when I first saw him.
No,
this
you weren't.
real?
You weren't even in it yet.
I didn't like you, mate. You've
It's
warmed to
changed
me,
so
but
much. Look at this.
I'm gonna say for people that like haven't heard your music yet, it's kind of Glass Animals meets Everything. Does that sound good? I hope that the bands
Yeah.
that you're
Sounds good.
that
That
you
sounds
like.
cool.
What
Django a lot as well, I think.
yes, I get that as well. Yeah. What music are you guys into? Would you say?
I mean, we all like different stuff.
Everything.
Yeah, you like Waze
It's very
Blood.
broad. I like what?
You like Waze Blood a lot, don't you?
Wise Blood.
Wise Blood, I
I
mean.
do. I do like a good bit of folk music, but I like a bit of rock music. You just can't put me in a box.
But yeah,
you
we
just can't.
We love Glass Animals. They're great. We really like them. I kind of like most things, really. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess anything that's like that sort of off kilter pop sound indie sound is up your guys' street, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
bet these guys. What are you listening to, Theo, Sam, Dan?
I just bought an album which is like full of. Can you hear me? Do I speak into a microphone?
I think they can hear you. Yeah, you just
It's an album of music that sounds like it was made for Windows 95 screensavers.
oh my god,
Cool.
amazing.
And the album came in a floppy disk shaped vinyl sleeve, and it's just brilliant.
Oh, great. That's cool.
You've literally just sold that to me. I'm like, where can I get
Yeah,
this?
I'm thinking.
Numero 95. I couldn't recommend it high enough.
Look at that.
Classic easy listening.
Cool.
Look at that.
Synthesized clarinets.
I hate a real clarinet.
Yeah, he wants a real one. Rubbish. Now, it's been so long since you guys got to do a gig, since anyone's really got to do a gig. So what can people expect when you tour again? You know, are you going to go ridiculously big? Are we talking lighting show, holograms, dance moves,
If we could, we would.
glitter cannons? I mean,
Yeah, we got holograms. We've got Prince coming out as a hologram.
yeah,
Which should be really good.
that will be good. Quite understated then when you go back. Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be great. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. We've got a tour in October, and we've got a few dates. So check the dates. Yeah, it's going to be wicked. Can't wait. It's going to
Because
be really
you
cool.
incorporate lighting into your show quite a lot, don't you? So I'm guessing you're going to go even bigger.
Well, we used to, not so much anymore because we were actually controlling it ourselves on stage.
Were you?
With a
Oh,
foot pedal,
right.
and
it was a hazard.
Yeah, that's a lot to be dealing with, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, it was like, do you want a seventh thing to think about while you're on stage? It was hard, so we kind of.
We've got to think of something, though.
Yeah, we do need to think of something.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
I'll start thinking now. I'll get
Yeah,
on it.
yeah. Something aside from the Prince hologram,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
because that's so subtle.
yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, fire, maybe.
There's drones in.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
drones.
drones. Yeah,
Yeah,
all of that
think
sounds
so.
great. What do you think's been your favourite gig or show to date? I'm sure there's loads, but if you had to
date.
pick one,
I reckon I'm going to
Oh, man.
accidentally pick yours, Luke.
Go
I'm
on.
very sorry about that. But we played. It's actually not really our gig. It was part of a benefit, but it was at the Bristol Old Vic,
oh amazing.
and it was really great. We were doing the the Edward Scissorhands soundtrack, and we did some Tom Jones in there as well. It was
Yes,
really good.
get in.
Luke was crooning full lungs.
It was. I really enjoyed singing Tom Jones, but I did forget a whole verse, which was really sad.
It was not playing our own material.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. It was the setting. It was the setting more than. All right, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, Luke can do the real answer.
In 2017, was it 17 or 18? We played Glastonbury. 17.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember watching that on because it's still available, isn't it, to watch
Is it?
online, isn't it?
Yeah.
Point us towards that.
Or it's been leaked.
Anyway, that was a really really excellent gig because also it's Glastonbury and you got the whole weekend to kind of be there and work up to it. That was great. Really
Yeah.
cool.
And it's Glastonbury, isn't it?
And it's Glastonbury.
It's just bucket list business.
Yeah, totally.
Right, let's get some questions from the chat.
All right.
So this one is from Sabbath Sardine. What a great tag. What's the weirdest skill that you have?
Ooh.
Do we have to do the skill?
I'm going to say yes, but it depends what the skill is.
What's your skill,
I
Bill?
don't have any weird skills. I'm such a boring answer.
Bill, you tailored your own trousers.
That's a sensible skill.
that is a very
That's
sensible
just
skill.
normal life stuff. Yeah, that is true.
That's
But look
Oh,
at that
life
fit,
stuff.
though.
I've got an M&S trouser here, and I was going to a wedding, and it wasn't quite the right fit, so I really wanted to. I was going to point the microphone to my trousers like it was a camera.
Yeah, what have they got to say about it?
Nothing, unfortunately.
Have you got any skills?
Not
Other
really.
than what you're doing, because you're doing a very good job.
Thank you very much. I don't know if I've got any really good skills. Probably should have one ready always.
Does Sabbath
Downing a
Sardine
pint,
have one?
does that count?
Huh?
Can down a pint in 10 seconds?
Oh, that's
is that a
pretty
thing?
good. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, that is.
Well, I used to be able to back in the day when I was at uni. Probably now I'll be like, what? I just think really, really quickly, but I have got a friend who can do the open thing. That's a skill, a real skill. What? What?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Now this is the kind of skill that I'm interested in.
I know
you
what
What
Sabbath
Sabbath
what you mean.
Sardine wants.
Yeah, very useful.
Oh, someone's asking you to do a gig at theirs. I mean, shoot your shot.
yeah, sure.
Yes, Jeannie Barney. That's
Yes,
it.
Jeannie Barney will do it.
There you go.
Maybe.
All right, yeah, sorted.
Depending on what the circumstances.
Got yourself a deal. Okay. Robbie McGee says, aside from playing live, what do you miss the most about touring?
Hanging out with Rob.
Yeah, probably. Probably having Robbie McGee as our tour manager. That's
Oh, Rob McGee. What a man.
parking the van in extremely tight parking spaces.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare. No offense, Rob. We love you.
If I was to describe him in one word, it would be legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a guy.
What a guy.
Angie is online says, when making the album, are there any songs you decided to leave out? And if so, will they get released in the future? That's a good question.
Yeah.
There
Like
must
that.
be, right?
Yeah, because we've got a few that we kind of like hashed out. And so, yes, the answer is there will be more songs to come.
But I reckon we might be working on new stuff before we start releasing old stuff, maybe. I can't.
Yeah, just started rehearsing for new things. So that's quite exciting.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had to change our whole writing process, really, because it's, the first album of collected materials out the way.
Yeah. Because what are you thinking going forwards? Now you've got an album out. Will it be like drop another album, or will you go back to sort of doing EPs and singles, or
I don't know.
just
I
see how you feel? I guess.
Yeah, kind of play it by ear. It'd be great to do another album because that's a nice thing. What's really nice about doing an album is that you have an album on a record that's like, this is what we've done. Do you know what I mean? That's really nice. So to have two is better than have one. So
It is. Difficult second album though. Are you ready?
First one was hard enough.
Love that. Cheeseball78. It's April Fool's tomorrow. Oh, yes, it is. Thanks for the reminder. I haven't plotted anything. What would be your perfect prank to play on your bandmates?
I probably just wouldn't pay any of Luke's rent tomorrow that I own.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. That'd be funny. I'd say, guys, we've got a record deal. We don't need a record deal. What are you talking about?
Oh God, yeah, I really need to get working on that. I forgot it was tomorrow.
I haven't done an April Fool's prank in a very long time.
Oh, it's
I
so
wouldn't even know
good
what
when
to
you pull
do.
them off, though.
Like what? What's your favourite one?
I
Sarang
mean,
wrap on the old toilet.
Yeah, is it like the
seat.
big ones or is it little things like, oh, just put salt in all the apple juice?
oh, that's bad, isn't
I
it?
Old
don't even
salt
have
and
apple
apple
juice.
I remember when I used to like live with my housemates, tin foiling their whole room. That was fun.
Oh,
Took
cool,
ages, and they
yeah.
came back and they were like, "What?"
Something's different.
I mean, it
here.
was funny for me. It was obviously not funny for them. And they were just like, "You're annoying," and then I moved out. No, as we were talking about, your music videos are awesome. Are there more to come soon? For songs on
Yeah.
the album, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Well, we've just done a music video for one of the songs on the album called "Drinking on a School Night."
Does it involve drinking on a school night? I hope so.
There's
To
actually,
be confirmed. Yes.
Hey.
I was going to say,
So
well,
it's implied. It's
there's
implied.
absolutely no drinking. All different answers from everybody here.
It's
I
in
was
a
in a
pub.
pub.
There's-
Oh, it
there's
must
a-
have been so good to go back to a pub.
Yeah.
Well, it was lockdown, so it was an empty pub.
But still a pub.
That's true. Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
what you can get right now.
There's a really good pub. It's like kind of our local called the Sugarloaf.
Mm-hmm.
And we spoke to the manager and we kind of got in there for an evening and just filmed ourselves being wicked. So I didn't mean to say wicked.
Just
I
filmed
meant-
ourselves being
I meant to
absolute ballers.
I meant to say weird and it came out wicked.
wicked and wicked.
And we filmed ourselves just being really wicked.
It's the way you said it, and then you're just like, oh, I can't believe I've done that.
Came out wrong. Yeah, and it's kind of weird. It's great. When's it coming out, guys?
A few weeks probably.
Few weeks. Stay tuned.
Okay.
David Lynch inspired strangeness.
It's pretty weird. And some dancing.
Oh,
And
there's
some dancing.
there's
You
some
know, I'm here
dancing.
for the dancing.
We've also
okay.
scratched a few backs and have now got access to a giant green screen, so there'll be something coming
That's
in the future.
endless possibilities, isn't it? Oh,
Totally.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So, 10 years in the game, as we've
Something like
discussed.
that,
You know,
yeah.
10 years, whatever, it's just a number. What advice would you give to anybody that's watching that's wanting to start a band or wanting to start out music? What would you tell them from what you've learned over the years?
I would say once you've got an idea and a thing, just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Don't wait for anyone. If you wait for people, they just hold you up
Mm-hmm.
and they promise stuff and you think, oh, great. But the key is just to keep going, just follow through. And I guess if you can have a DIY element to what you're doing, that's really, really helpful as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I think we've had like a lot of conflicting advice from really well-meaning good people, like the whole way along, and they've all meant what they've said. But if you believed them all, then you wouldn't actually end up doing anything. So I think you just have to choose what feels right for you. And it is boring, and it is what Luke just said, but keep doing it. It's
Yeah.
just keep on keeping on.
I think that's a
really.
really important point that you made, though, about asking for advice. Yeah, because if you ask too many people, you're then just like, what?
Yeah, it's
I
like
don't-
the internet
you've
can
gotta-
answer any
yeah,
question you
you've
want
gotta
if it's yes
trust
or
a few people, haven't you? But trust yourselves as well,
Yeah.
and your gut and what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Somebody just made a good point that your next album could be called "Recording Ourselves Being Wicked." There you go, everyone. Right, you two go and get ready to perform. Thank you very much
thank
for
you very
chatting.
much.
Pleasure.